Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Name Khan Kanat Musir, Class SYBA, Division 2nd, Roll number 178, Course 2nd, Subject Islamic Studies, Teacher Shabana Ma'am. Topic The Change of Qiblah. Qiblah. Definition The Qiblah is the direction towards the Kaaba in the sacred mosque in Mecca, which is used by Muslims in various religious contexts, particularly the direction of prayer for the Salah. An important event which took place some 16 or 17 months after the Prophet, peace be upon him, had settled in Medina was the change of direction Muslims face when they offer their prayers. While the Prophet was still in Mecca, he was ordered to turn towards Jerusalem when he prayed. Change of Qibla is the event in which the Qibla of Muslim direction of performing some rituals was redirected from Al-Aqsa Mosque in Beit al-Maqdis, Jerusalem, to the Kaaba in Mecca. The event occurred in Rajab 2nd January 624 after the revelation of Al-Qibla verse. According to the majority of historiographers, the change of Qibla occurred in Masjid al-Qiblatan in Medina in the middle of the noon prayer. One interesting point about the redirection of the Qibla is how people turned in the middle of a congregational prayer to over 160 degrees. There are different hadiths and views about the background of the Qibla. According to some hadiths, the Kaaba was the Qibla since the period of Prophet Adam salam. The Prophet Ibrahim salam reconstructed the Kaaba, and the Prophet Musa salam was told by God to redirect the Qibla from Al-Masjid al-Aqsa to Beit al-Maqdis in order to save the former from polytheism and deviation. According to other hadiths, until 2 prayers after Hijrah, the official Qibla of Muslim was Beit al-Maqdis. After the time, the Kaaba was the house for idols, and thus saying prayers in its direction would imply respect for idols. Some people say before Hijrah, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ observed both Qiblas whenever possible. For example, because of the geographical location of Makkah and Beit al-Maqdis, he could stand in the direction of Beit al-Maqdis in a way that the Kaaba could be between him and Beit al-Maqdis. However, when it was not possible to do so, he only performed his prayer in the direction of Al-Masjid al-Aqsa. After his migration to Medina, it was not possible to observe both Qiblas because of the geographical location of Medina, and thus Beit al-Maqdis was the only Qibla of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and Muslims. There are hadiths according to which before Hijrah, the Kaaba was the Qibla of Muslim. This implies two redirections of the Qibla, once from the Kaaba to Beit al-Maqdis and once again from Beit al-Maqdis to the Kaaba. According to Islamic sources, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ performed his prayer in the direction of Beit al-Maqdis when he was in Mecca and in the early years of his stay in Medina, but he liked to have a Qibla of his own, and thus he expected a revelation for the change of the Qibla. When Al-Qibla verse was revealed, he was pleased and ordered Muslims to redirect toward Al-Masjid al-Haram. Al-Qibla verse, the verse 144 of Quran involving the order to redirect the Qibla is known as Al-Qibla verse. We certainly see you turning your face about in the sky. We will surely turn you to a Qibla of your liking. So turn your face toward the holy mosque, and wherever you may be, turn your face towards it. Indeed, those who were given the book surely know that it is the truth from their Lord, and Allah is not oblivious of what they do. Verse 142, 143 and 150 of Quran are also referred to as Al-Qibla verse. Some exits of Quran take verse 142 to 144 of Quran second to be Al-Qibla verses. How the Qibla was redirected. According to some hadiths, on the day of the change of the Qibla, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was saying noon prayer in the direction of Beth al-Maqdis. As usual, men were saying prayer behind him, and women were saying their prayer behind men. After performing 2 rakah of the prayer, Jibril was sent to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He revealed the verse 144 of Quran to him and redirected him to the Kaaba. The place, the mosque in the area of Banu Salima in the northwestern part of Medina, known as Masjid al-Qiblatain. The majority of the historians take the mosque to be the place where the redirection of Qibla occurred. Reaction and consequences. A number of Muslims were worried about the loss of divine reward for their past prayer or the prayers of their deceased predecessors. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ recited verse 143 of Quran in response to them, and Allah was not going to make your faith to be fruitless. Most surely Allah is affectionate, merciful to the people. Jazakallahu khairan.